Alright, thank you again for stopping in at 9 War Chronicles. And as always, if you enjoy these videos, please hit that like and subscribe. It does a lot to help the channel grow. And today I want to talk about Iusaas, who is called the Mistress of Gods. And very important, obviously, as we get into talking about various deities who sometimes have their names change or take on other names or become involved in other cultures and spellings and things to differ. When I think Iusaas, I think of Isis or Aset, and there are a lot of similarities between these two netters, but some very important distinctions in how we know that this is a completely separate deity of massive importance. And she is also called Nebhet-Hotep. Now, she is seen as a creator deity who was known primarily for originating in her Heliopolis, but would spread and become a major influence around larger parts of the empire and the kingdom in general. Now, she is said to be the female principle in the cosmos, equating effectively to Atum himself. And at times she is depicted with a scarab head, a symbol of rebirth or the emerging of life. Now, she is said in some mythologies to actually be the Hand of Atum. During the creation process of his first children, the first of the Pasejet were Shu and Tefnut, who represent to me planetary formation, air, the gases, and the moisture coming together. So they were essential for the next step, which would be the planetary bodies, which would be Geb and Nut. So the way that he generates his children is through a process of masturbation. And Iusaas represent the hand in which he did the act with. So she becomes the personification of the Hand of Atum and becomes a very powerful deity herself. Now, she is typically shown as a woman holding a scepter in her right hand and the Ankh in her left hand, this being a symbol of life. She often is depicted wearing the vulture headdress, a symbolism for motherhood, but also bearing the Uraeus snake, the cobra head, and the sun disk, sometimes with the horns. So she's talked about as one of the earliest deities because of her role in the very creation of the cosmos. So everything would come after her. She is seen in sometimes as the sole parent of Shu and Tefnut. So this is what her role is within the pantheon. She's also mentioned in some important texts, including the pyramid text in which the deceased king says, "I am the son of Khepri, born under Hotep, under the tresses of the goddess of Iusaas town, north of On, who ascended from the vertex of Geb." So this is clearly a statement in the pyramid text referencing this deity. Later in that same text, he says, "Give me these your two fingers, which you gave to the beautiful, the daughter of the great god, when the sky is separated from the earth, when the gods ascended from the sky." Now, she is being referenced as the beautiful, a name that was given to her as one of the many names that she carried, was the beautiful. And what it is talking about is her relative position between Geb and Nut, who of course were the two lovers who were forced to be separated. So this is where she comes in, as being the sky is separated from the earth, Geb and Nut being separated, and the gods ascended to the sky. There is yet another mention of her being related to a healing or an invocation for a healing spell that goes, "The Hand of Atum, which dispel the fury of heaven, the disturbance which was in Heliopolis, the combative and victorious one, protecting its lord, the powerful one, the defender of Re on the day of the great fight, to the north and to the west of the house of the Uraeus. Iusaas, she has come and driven out all bad elements, all bad impurities. There is anything left in this man who is suffering, she will drive out." So we get various mentions of Iusaas in this form of the personification of Atum's hand, her role in creation, and she is still seen as behind the scenes being one of the principal forces of the creative act. If you have more to add to this piece on this particular netter, I always encourage you to do so in the comment section. And as always, I'm going to ask you to hit that like and subscribe and click the notification bell so you know when new videos are in the loop.